You always have to pay the help, don't you? There we go. Come on in, girls. Get them. Okay, so I think I mentioned in a video the other day, we're planning on rebranding the channel, and I wanted to take a minute and explain what that means and why. And we got a whole bunch of stuff written down that I have to, because otherwise I can't keep my thoughts straight. But basically the biggest thing, in my opinion, is the why. I want to better align with everybody. I feel like naming the channel Secular Homestead, it is kind of what we do, because I don't focus on religion or anything else. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to talk about homesteading and chickens and sheep and goats and whatever else. And I don't want to send the message of being anti-religion. I intended it to just be, that we don't talk about that here. So I think by rebranding and getting rid of the word secular, hopefully we can bring a few more people into the discussion by not feeling like we're anti their way of life or that we're alienating them or anything like that. I think that I want to try and more accurately describe, air quote, us, how we work, how we reach decisions, what kind of dynamics we have in decision making. The overall goals that we have are showing the journey that we're going on and the growth and the learning experience. I think I said way back in the beginning that kind of the point of the channel was to be able to get people to not make the same mistakes that I did early on. Maybe draw a few more people into learning about a local food supply. The benefits of having chickens and eating the eggs and eating the food where the entire food supply, what they have eaten, so on and so forth. So along those lines, I want to focus more on all of the homestead things that we do. So we've got a garden that y'all know about, and obviously we're not planting this year. We've got eggs and egg birds. We have meat birds, which of course we're also not doing right now because the chicken tractor's over there in a pile. We want to have more livestock. We're constrained by where we live right now. I want to go into the compost that we do. I want to talk about that. We're not like hardcore permaculture, but I try and incorporate a lot of permaculture ideas. So I want to show more of that and kind of get into the ideas behind why I do the things that I do. And then we've got equipment to run everything that we're trying to do. I want to talk about the equipment and pieces, set things that need to be repaired and kind of go over the repair side of things a little bit. I don't think that anybody is ever capable of being 100% self-sufficient, but I've seen a lot of people, like I've gone out to work on people's vehicles, and sometimes you go out and it's something very, very simple that I think anybody is capable of learning. And I think that the more people know, the better they feel, the more confident they are. And I think that if you're trying to homestead, generally you might be a little bit further out than everybody else, and getting somebody to come out costs a lot of money. Or loading up your equipment on the tractor or on the trailer and driving it into town, and then it's going to sit there for 3 weeks while you're waiting on the guys to, change a tire or something. So there's a lot, I think, that people sleep on when it comes to maintenance and equipment and stuff like that. I want to get into that. Construction and repair. I know that I showed the building of the chicken coop and the building of the chicken tractor, and we've gone into some of the repair things there. So I want to continue doing that. I want to maybe start including repairs on your primary residence or, on your shed, because I think that falls in line with equipment repair. There should be, I think everybody is capable of doing a small amount of work on their own. Maybe it's just understanding how something is put together and how it's supposed to work. Maybe you don't understand that and it scares you. I mean, that happens to me all the time, and I'm stupid and I just jump right in. So I think that there's things to be learned there. We do a lot of cooking with raw ingredients, even though so far that hasn't really been a focus on the channel. It's more difficult, in my opinion, to plan out how to video that and how to get it, clean and how to make it look good, compared to walking out here and talking about chickens. So I want to get into that. And that leads into food storage and what some people call prepping. Just having food put up for, we didn't get any rain and the peas died. Well, that's okay, because we got buckets of peas in the garage. I think that is a big part of trying to be more self-sufficient. If you only eat what you have when it's coming off the vine, you've got a large portion of the year where you're stuck and you don't really have a choice. So saving your food, canning, freeze drying, stuff like that, I want to try and get into it. And then I want to try and explain a little bit about more kind of who we are, what our skills are, what our primary focuses are. It's not just me here at the homestead, even though I'm the only one that makes videos, but we are a small family, myself, my wife, and our kid, and everybody helps in different ways, just like we would in a normal family. There's just different things that we do. And we also have a lot of varied skills. So I'm not necessarily going to get into that right now, but all of these things kind of go into why we wanted to rebrand and what we thought we were going to get out of it, and what we really, we sat down and kind of thought about what we're really trying to do. I'm trying to help more people try to do this, trying to help more people eat better food, trying to help people raise healthier animals, maybe not make the same mistakes that I made. That's really all it comes down to. If I can get some good ideas and look at what other folks do, get some ideas on how they do things differently, and maybe I can incorporate that here and I can make my things better. I want to have discussion and discourse, and I haven't really found anywhere to do that. I haven't found a place where everybody's cool to each other, so I decided to try and use this as that place. I know that what I do isn't for everybody, and that's fine, and the way that I operate isn't for everybody, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Just be cool about it, man. So anyway, in a nutshell, that's a large nutshell, but that's what we're looking to do. So that's why the channel is going to get rebranded, and you'll see that shortly. And yeah, I hope that that makes sense to you. And I hope that we can get some more people in here, and hopefully folks won't think that we're anti the way that they operate, and we'll go from there. So we'll catch you next time.